How to help your clients get rid of money blocks with advanced conversational hypnosis. So, to answer this question, ask yourself, what are money blocks? What are money blocks? There isn't, no one's actually like blocking you from the money, is it? And so it is a symptom. It is a symptom that your client thinks that they have a problem with. So it's their perception. Why am I not earning enough? Is because I have money blocks. But what is behind the money blocks? So we don't actually work on the money blocks. We work on the real issue. And amount of times that the clients come to me with so-called money blocks is when they, for example, don't take action. That's the problem. So, but it's still not the real problem, because they don't take action because there's maybe something holding them back, something stopping them. Maybe there is issues with self-esteem, maybe something in their childhood, etc., etc., etc. But it's always about the symptom. So the presenting problem is always the symptom. So what we do in advanced conversational hypnosis, we investigate the problem. So investigate, and the client normally, when they start talking, they start telling you all the conscious stuff. They start telling you, oh, I think something's not letting me take action, or something's blocked somewhere, or I'm just I don't know why I'm not earning as much as I think I should. I'm doing everything, and nothing's working, or whatever. We investigate. It's always about the people, because you're not gonna, if you for example, give them a recording, say, oh, you don't have money blocks, you don't have money blocks, you don't have money blocks, or whatever the recording is saying, we are working on the symptom. That's not going to help them. You need to get to the unconscious payoff, which is your root cause, can be actually a few root causes or a few unconscious payoffs. So the way we work on it in advanced conversational hypnosis, we investigate what is the problem behind the symptom. And it, as I said, it could be procrastination, it could be something else, it could be we've got this belief that money don't come easily. It could be anything. It could be in the past, but it doesn't have to be in the past. It could be a perception, it could be some sort of a confusion about the money. It could be anything. And to be fair, my latest money blocks client, we've done a very thorough investigation, and at the end he found his own breakthrough through these so-called money blocks. And he himself said, you know what, Dinara, it wasn't anything to do with blocking myself from money or anything like that, because this is what he thought when he came in. He said, actually, it's just that so his problem was that he couldn't save enough money for what he wanted to do. He wanted to launch a different side business, whatever. And he's it wasn't that I was blocking myself from saving the money. It was actually that I wasn't earning enough money to save. Everything that I was earning was going out. So his solution was as simple as, well, how about I'm just gonna get a better paid job that will allow me to save the money, and then I can safely open my side business and start it this way. And the problem with, it seems like it's a very logical and normal explanation, just get a better paid job, right? But that also was all knotted and looped around the problem of the money blocks, and around him thinking that actually, if I get a better paid job, I'm going to have more responsibility, I'm going to have to work more hours, and I'm not going to have any time for my business, okay? So this was all looped in his head, and through the conversational hypnosis, we literally opened opened up all these possibilities again for him, opened up the choices that he can make with the information that he has and with the information and insights that he received during our session. Okay, so he's no longer thinking, oh, I've got money blocks. He's now thinking, all right, so okay, so I'm not earning enough. What can I do here? What can I do now? And to be fair, it's not that he was part-time. He was still working full-time. So just because he gets more responsibility in a new job doesn't necessarily mean he has to work more. But this was all going on in his mind, and it was stopping him to just taking any action, because sometimes it's not really something that is like, oh, deep childhood wound, whatever. Sometimes it's that indecision that your client needs some clarity on, and he made some decisions, and he went out of our session with a clear plan on what he's actually going to do, and with knowing that he's not going to be stopping himself thinking it's money blocks. And actually, we've also resolved his procrastination issue, and that's why he was procrastinating, due to that as well, because he was like, well, I don't have time, or I don't have money, so what's the point of doing things? So in one session, we have uncovered so many little root causes, so many unconscious payoffs, why he was stuck in this like supposedly money blocks situation. Okay, because he knew all the strategies for the business. He's had multiple businesses before, so it's so amazing to watch how even, and I'm gonna go back to the like facial expressions and stuff. It's such an amazing thing to watch a client, how even their face changes after a session. So when you do the session next, just look at their face. Look at their face in the beginning of a session and at the end of a session. And if they had a breakthrough during the session, you will definitely see the change in the facial expression if you're really, really observant, okay? So if you want to learn advanced conversational hypnosis, if you want to learn how to investigate, how to recognize these unconscious moments, how to put your clients into the trance that will resolve their issues through conversation, how to not use any techniques, how to go into the session completely relaxed and completely confident that you've got the skills to get around any situation in a session, just drop me a DM and we could have a conversation. I could show you exactly what I'm going to be teaching you, and how my mentorship works and all of that good stuff. And be sure that I will take a very good care of you.